Newcastle Fans TV.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Black White Cat, we're here. Right, this one has come out of the blue, and I'm quite surprised. And any of you who are with me, please let me know in the comments, because Norwich City, I think Isaac, and you know what? I think Isaac Hayden is better than the Championship. I do. And he wasn't selected in the 25-man squad at the end of January because of injury. But Championship, Isaac Hayden, I think he's better than that personally. Isaac Hayden, you know that you wanted to move down south. It's more east to Norwich. Anybody who's done the drive, I've done that a few times. It's a strange one, mind, because we know that you wanted to move down south many years back, and because of obviously, which we understand, ill health to his family, and he had a recently newborn baby as well, and he wanted out, and he's putting in performances. Remember, his red card at Cardiff, easy for me to say, came out again, wanted to come away, and most Newcastle fans were like, get rid, and then he started to come in to perform, and he was performing at a real high calibre, and definitely at least a nominee for Player of the Season for Newcastle for the last probably up to 3 years. And everybody says, oh, Isaac Hayden is fantastic, sits in front of the defence, does his job. But not just that, he's versatile. He can fill in at centre-back, and he didn't look out of place. He can fill it at right-back, and again, didn't look out of place. I understand why he wasn't selected in the 25-man squad because of injury. It wasn't because he wasn't good enough. It was down to injury. However, this one's just literally come with the blue. Norwich. I can't quite get my head around it. I generally thought, and I know some of you will say in the comments that some of you thought that Isaac Hayden would move on before he put out his cryptic tweet. Here is his tweet. There you go. He said that not so long ago. That, you know, it's not been his greatest season, etc., etc. But even then I thought, nah. Isaac Hayden will come in, he'll probably play second fiddle, he'll be that defensive midfielder because he's the only really out-and-out defensive midfielder that we've got. Because if you look at all the other midfielders, but I think what's letting him down is he's not the type of player that Eddie Howe wants in this squad. If you look at all the other, including even John Joe Shelby, because he's, you know, high pressing. If you look at all of the midfielders, every single one of them are ball carriers. It's to some extent. You look at Joe Willock, who can sprint with the ball. Shelby is probably the least of them, but he still does it. Bruno, we know his qualities he's got. Even Sean Longstaff can bring the ball forward. Isaac Hayden doesn't quite do that, does he? He'll sweep up and then pass the ball on. He cannot drive forward, can he? He's not dynamic enough. And I think that has lost his place at Newcastle. That's generally what I feel. That's why he's lost his position. I think Longstaff will be rubbing his hands thinking, get in, at least I'm not sixth choice, I'm now going to be fifth choice at least. But it begs the question, did Newcastle go and strengthen that midfield now because we've got 5 centre midfielders because of Joe Linton? I've nearly forgot about Joe Linton, man. He's a ball carrier. How can I forget about him? Player of the season. So Sean Longstaff will be rubbing his hands, I think, because he's probably going to get more game time. And Bruno can fill in a defensive midfield. Yes, I get that. But is he out and out? I think you've got to unlock him like you did to the back end of the season. You've got to unlock him, allow him to go forward. Because look at the quality that he's brought to the tune. But I am just really surprised. I thought if Isaac Hayden would move away, because of the quality he's shown consistently, you've got to remember that consistently at a high level, that you get a Premier League side, but he's dropped to the Championship. Yes, Norwich are expected to win a lot of games in the Championship, but I think he's better than that. I think he's dropped a level. I think he's probably a bottom end Premier League player, but Championship, nah, I think he's better than that. I think he is better than that, because every time he plays, he's our 7s and 8s in these scoring the players and ratings that we do on the channel. But a little bit surprised by it. But he's the first big name to leave Newcastle, and I think there will be more. And so Isaac Hayden moves on, but it's interesting, will Newcastle go and strengthen, get another centre midfielder now? Or is Eddie Howe happy to stick with the 5? Because the 5 are more dynamic than Hayden. And like I say, I think that's why Hayden's lost his players in the Newcastle squad, so that's one out the door. Norwich probably, I would imagine, could afford all of his wages because I don't think Hayden's on tons of money. But, you know, how old is he now, Isaac Hayden? 26, 27, is he? Yeah, disappointing because I would have kept him among the squad. I would have kept him amongst the squad to be that cover, because what happens with injuries and suspensions, you know, you can fill it in the back as well. So I would have personally kept Isaac Hayden in the squad for next season. But I can understand. I think it's just because he can't bring the ball forward. He's not dynamic enough. But yeah, I'm intrigued what you lot say. I'm intrigued. He's all know Hayden's moved. I'm not coming on to do the video tonight and say, oh, surprise, Isaac Hayden's moved. He's all know that. What I'm surprised at is that the club he's gone to and the level he's dropped to. But anyway, see you later, everyone. Please let me know.